The ruins of the Brazilian forest in an ancient ruin, elven ruin. About to enter the werewolf lair.
I'll get on it.
Yeah. Spotting a lot of werewolves.
Now is better than later.
Shadow wolf. What's the difference? They are piling quite a bit of damage on us.
Make it reserve. Push them back.
Anything interesting?
I'll get on it.
No. A little bit of cash. Either gem.
Got it.
Trap right ahead.
All right, all right.
Right ahead.
What the hell happened? I mean, what the hell happened to Win?
It is done.
Not quite as nimble as I was.
I'll get on it. Got it.
It's done. Right away. Yes, of course.
Ah, cracked skull. Belted cunning. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I didn't notice what the hell happened to her.
Now is better than later.
Not at all. Maybe something spawned behind her, maybe... and she got overwhelmed or something like that. It does quite a bit of damage, and on a mage, you probably aren't going to survive that. Queen could go for a proper armor now. Since she does have the arcane warrior specialization, she got an actual level up. I'm not sure if that's a terrible idea. You could at least equip the better or higher defense armoring. The thing is, I don't know how this works. I have no intention of keeping this on with Win because she's the healer, but in these less important fights, it would drastically increase her survivability if she could put on at least some kind of armoring, and the abilities themselves will increase her ability to tank. Bonus mana regeneration, chance to avoid attacks. You could also take Arcane Shield. We could also ignore all that. Positioning of troops is her best bet. It won't help always, but it should help in the most important situations. The question is, where do we go from here? Worrying about her own survivability would not probably be a bad idea. But Glyph of Paralysis. If we try to combine some of the weaker skills, Mind Blast. Stuns enemies caught in the sphere. Force Field. I like the theoretical implications of this. Completely immune to damage for the duration of the spell but cannot move. If one of our guys gets totally in a hopeless situation, we could save his life too. So, what I was, well, I don't know. I was wondering if regeneration could be cast on a character, then put a force field on it. So basically allow him to heal inside the force field. I doubt casting heals after the force field has been implemented actually works. That would be quite exceedingly strong. But regeneration might be a way to get around that. Because if it's immune to all damage, I would assume it could be assumed to all outside interference. I like this telekinesis line in general. Provides a lot of tricks and ability to stun nearby enemies, so if something gets near, attacks win in melee. A good automatic mind blast would be nice. Force field for doing so tricky things, telekinetic weapons, probably could do even more damage against high armor targets, which we already do quite a lot of damage. and crushing prison. So there's no useless skill in here. They're all good. Except I didn't put my stats. I like more higher magic pool. Still, being attacked by melee. Usability... might. That should at least delay things. It's probably where we need to go. Small float spirit crystal. Yeah. Not exactly useful.
Stop! Brothers and sisters, be at ease. We do not wish any more of our people hurt. I ask you this now, outsider. Are you willing to parley?
Parley. Who are you?
I am merely another of the cursed who guards the entrance to our sanctum. I have been sent to parley.
We are talking right now, aren't we? So talk.
Not with me. I have been sent to you on behalf of the lady. She believes you may not be aware of everything you should be. She means you no harm, provided your willingness to parley in peace is an honest one.
Shocking revelation. Something is not as it seems. So why doesn't this lady come and speak to me herself?
We would not let her. We will protect our lady to our last breath. It may yet come to pass that you will kill the rest of us, but until then we will not chance her coming to harm.
Fine. Take me to the lady.
Follow me. But I warn you, if you break your promise and harm her, I will come back from the Fade itself to see you pay.
No, you won't.
I bid you welcome, mortal. I am the Lady of the Forest.
I think she's Witherfang. The three type of vines climbing in her legs. The white wolves that attacked us earlier had the same thing. But I'm not sure if she's a werewolf then, or she's some kind of a shapeshifter. Kind of looked like a dryad. Lady of the Forest. I must admit I was expecting another werewolf.
No, that I am not. If I could have revealed myself sooner, I would have.
Do not listen to him, lady. He will betray you. We must attack him now.
Hush, Swiftrunner. Your urge for battle has only seen the death of the very ones you've been trying to save. Is that what you want?
No, my lady. Anything but that.
And the time has come to speak with this outsider, to set our rage aside. I apologize on Swiftrunner's behalf. He struggles with his nature.
So you lead the werewolves, do you?
Those whom I have helped are very grateful for what I have done for them. I offer them guidance, but I do not command them. No doubt you have questions, mortal. There are things that Zathrian has not told you.
So, how do you know what he has or has not told me?
Because there are things that he would not tell. Things that you should decide for yourself, whether you need to know. It was Zathrian who created the curse that these creatures suffer. The same curse that Zathrian's own people now suffer. Centuries ago, when the Dalish first came to this land, a tribe of humans lived close to this forest. They sought to drive the Dalish away. Zathrian was a young man then. He had a son and daughter he loved greatly. And while out hunting, the human tribe captured them both.
The humans tortured the boy, killed him. The girl they raped and left for dead. The Dalish found her, but she learned later she was with child. She killed herself.
So Zathrian cursed them, I take it. I suddenly see why no. I don't really see why Zathrian would not try. I understand why he would not like to talk about it, but doesn't exactly have a huge reason to keep it hidden either. I guess he's trying to fight the fact that he's basically screwing over his own people because he wants to hold on to his own hate. So Zathrian cursed him, I take it?
Zathrian came to this ruin and summoned a terrible spirit, binding it to the body of a great wolf. So Witherfang came to be. Witherfang hunted the humans of the tribe. Many were killed, but others were cursed by his blood, becoming twisted and savage creatures.
Twisted and savage, just as Witherfang himself is.
And yet they call it human nature.
They were driven into the forest. When the human tribe finally left for good, their cursed brethren remained, pitiful and mindless animals.
Until I found you, my lady. You gave me peace.
I showed Swiftrunner that there was another side to his bestial nature. I soothed his rage and his humanity emerged. And he brought others to me.
So it's Another spirit creature possessing a living one. That certainly explains why she's capable of doing a lot different things that you wouldn't expect from a werewolf. So what's the conflict now? So why did you ambush the Dalish? For revenge? I don't think so.
In part, we seek to end the curse. The crimes committed against Zathrian's children were grave, but they were committed centuries ago by those who are long dead. Word was sent to Zathrian every time the landships passed this way, asking him to come, but he has always ignored us. We will no longer be denied.
We spread the curse to his people, so he must end the curse to save them.
Please, mortal. You must go to him. Bring him here. If he sees these creatures, hears their plight, surely he will agree to end the curse.
I have another plan. Kill the elves. Kill Sathrin. I think he just wishes to cure his own people, nothing else.
He will never break the curse, my lady. He will never allow it. You know this.
We cannot know that. Surely his rage does not run so deep he would endanger his own clan. If Zathrian comes, I shall summon Witherfang. I possess that power. I also have the power to ensure Witherfang is never found. Tell Zathrian this. If he does not come, if he does not break the curse, he will never find Witherfang, and he will never cure his people.
And what if there is no way to break the curse?
I believe there is. There must be.
If there is no way, then he dies. Then they all die.
I'll go to Zathrian and tell him this.
Then we shall await your return. Outside of this chamber, the passage leading back to the surface has been opened for you. Return with Zathrian as soon as you can.
I'm inclined to at least, yeah, that has to be her. The spirit. I'm partially siding with them, at least until I hear Zathrian's side. If I understand why he did it originally, but this has sort of started to live a life of its own, and certainly the people responsible for what was done to his children, they're gone. This is starting to affect and include a lot more people who had never anything to do with it. So it certainly was wrong what was done to him and his children, but that's old news. That's not something we can do anything about. We have to deal with what's happening now. And if he's intentionally causing all this problem when he could just release the curse, he's the one doing the wrong at the moment. So one way or another, we want to convince him to stop doing what he's doing. I do want the Dalish to help, not the werewolves. That would be an option too. Werewolves might be better as melee combat units. I don't know. But I'm certain. But in order to secure their aid, I mean the werewolves, we probably would have to screw over the elves entirely, and I'm not willing to do that. It's just not in my character. And the treaty never applied to werewolves in the first place. If they're willing to help on their own, that would be great, but no, didn't have to go far.
Ah, and here you are already.
How did you get here? Wouldn't the forest keep you out?
I am a keeper, with access to powers your king has long forgotten. I was never barred from this place. There was no way to tell what would happen once you reached this ruin, so I decided to come myself.
We need to talk.
Yes, there will be plenty of time for that. Did you acquire the heart?
I'd rather talk about our deal.
So you wish to play games? I can sense you do not have it. Why are you leaving the ruin?
So you knew about the ruin, why didn't you tell me?
There was no need. I knew you would find it, and I did not care to give you a history lesson about things that have no bearing on your purpose here. But it seems the spirit convinced you to act on her behalf. Might I inquire what she wants?
What is it you think she wants?
To survive, I suspect. That is the common nature amongst all such creatures, the will to survive. You do understand that she actually is Witherfang?
Yes, I thought as much.
She is the powerful spirit of this ancient forest that I summoned long ago and bound in the body of the wolf. Her nature is that of the forest itself. Beautiful and terrible, serene and savage, maiden and beast. She is the lady and Witherfang both, two sides of a single being. The curse came first from her. Those she afflicted with it mirrored her own nature, becoming savage beast as well as human.
The curse came first from you.
They attacked my clan, and they were the same savages then that they have ever been. They deserve to be wiped out and not defended. Come, I will accompany you back to the ruin. Let us go and speak to the spirit, and I will force her into Witherfang's form. He may then be slain and the heart taken.
Won't you at least consider talking to them?
Why? You claim they have regained their minds, but they are still savage beasts. Their nature is unchanged. All they want is revenge, or a release that I will not give them. No, let us take the heart and end it.
Do you still have so much hatred after all this time?
You were not there. You did not see what they did to my son, to my daughter, and so many others. You are not Dalish. How can you know how we had to struggle to be safe? How could I have let their crimes go unanswered?
That's not what I was asking. Those crimes were committed centuries ago.
I remember them as if it were yesterday. Even if they are more than animals now, they desire nothing but revenge. They will never let my clan be.
So your answer is to let them suffer forever.
Tell me, if you held your own daughter's lifeless body in your arms, would you not also have sworn an eternity of pain on those who did such to her?
I would probably kill them and leave it at that. I might have, but who is being punished now?
Very well. You wish me to go and talk? I will do so. But what if it is only more revenge they wish? Will you safeguard me from harm?
I will, unless you attack first.
I fail to see the purpose behind this, but very well. It has been many centuries now. Let us see what the spirit has to say. So here you are, spirit.
She is the lady of the forest. You will address her properly.
You've taken a name, spirit? And you've given names to your pets? These beasts who follow you?
It was they who gave me a name, Zathrian. And the names they take are their own. They follow me because I help them to find who they are.
Who they are has not changed from whom their ancestors were. Wild savages. Worthless dogs. Their twisted shape only mirrors their monstrous hearts.
He will not help us, lady. It is as I warned you. He is not here to talk.
No, I am here to talk, though I see little point in it. We all know where this will lead. Your nature compels it, as does mine.
It does not have to be that way. There is room in your heart for compassion, Zathrian. Surely your retribution is spent.
My retribution is eternal, spirit. As is my pain. This is justice, no more.
Are you certain your pain is the only reason you will not end this curse? Have you told the mortal how it was created?
He said he summoned you and bound you to a wolf.
And so he did. Witherfang and I are bound as one being. But such powerful magic could not be accomplished without Zathrian's own blood. Your people believe you have rediscovered the immortality of their ancestors, Zathrian, but that is not true. So long as the curse exists, so do you.
No! That is not how it is!
Thus how far will you go for your revenge, Zathrian?
I did it for my people. I did it for my son and my daughter. For them, for justice, I would do anything.
The curse would not end with Zathrian's death. His life, however, relies on its existence. And I believe his death plays a part in its ending.
Then we kill him! We tear him apart now!
For all your powers of speech, you are beasts still. What would you gain from killing me? Only I know how the ritual ends, and I will never do it.
Ha! You see? We must kill them all!
See? They turn on you as quickly. Do what you have come here to do, Grey Warden, or get out of my way.
You'll end the curse if I have to force you myself.
Then you die with them. All of you will suffer as you deserve.
Greater Shade, Witherfang. Ah, they're friendly. Okay. Should be a fairly simple deal. Guy. No. Run behind him. Zathrian is trying to do something. Yeah. We're trying to end this quickly. Lizard, not too bad.
I cannot defeat you.
Finish it. Kill him now.
Aye. Duster deserves worse than this. Start with his toes and work your way up.
No! Don't kill him! Please, lady, stop him!
No, Swift Runner. We will not kill him. If there is no room in our hearts for mercy, how may we expect there to be room in his?
I cannot do as you ask, Spirit. I am too old to know mercy. All I see are the faces of my children, my people. I cannot do it.
Would you really let your clan die for this?
Perhaps I have lived too long. This hatred in me is like an ancient, gnarled root. It has consumed my soul. What of you, Spirit? You are bound to the curse just as I am. Do you not fear your end?
You are my maker, Zathrian. You gave me form and consciousness where none existed. I have known pain and love, hope and fear, all the joy that is life. Yet of all things, I desire nothing more than an end. I beg you, Maker, put an end to me. We beg you, show mercy.
You shame me, Spirit. I am an old man, alive long past his time.
Then you will do it? You will end the curse?
Yes, I think it is time. Let us put an end to it all.
It's over. She's gone. And we're human. I can scarcely believe it.
Okay. What are you going to do now?
We'll leave the forest, I suppose. Find other humans, see what's out there for us. It should be quite interesting, don't you think? Thank you. We'll never forget you.
Run away! Ogren disapproves. Probably because showing you mercy. And no loots. Where's the exit? Well, that's over. I'm just expecting something a little bit harder for a fight. Okay, it's a nice little story with a few different outcomes depending on what you want to do. Where's the Dalish camp?
It is done. The essence of the wolf's heart has banished all traces of cursed blood from the hunters. It is too bad that Zathrian had to die. I felt it when he departed. I think he was ready to go.
Did you know about his connection to the curse?
I suspected. But Zathrian did not like to talk about that. Nonetheless, the curse is over, and no one else will be subjected to it. It will be difficult to fill Zathrian's shoes. He was our keeper for many centuries, and he will be sorely missed. But I am keeper now. Let me say it officially then. I hereby swear to uphold the terms of the ancient contract our people formed with the Grey Wardens. Call, and we shall come, with great speed and purpose, and we shall strike at your foes. This I swear.
Okay, thank you, Lanaya.
It has been a long time since the Dalish marched to war, but I trust that in the end, we shall make a difference for you.
You won't, but you can keep thinking of that. Son. Leather-bound book entitled blah 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 blah. Entry full. Titled some kind of a no in Euthenera. Do we have something that we can just trash? What is this? It's okay. Translated from the Elven tongue. From In Euthenera, a traditional Elven song of unknown origin. You're still worried about your girlfriend?
The hunters are recovering quickly. This is a most joyous day.
Ah, joyous day indeed. God of craft. Pile of scroll. Guess that's it. If there's no quests in this area, there might be, but not main quest anymore. Is there any mention of a Brazilian forest in any of these? Maybe the Mages Collective. Okay, yeah, I think we're down here. A lot of, basically most of those that we still have, if not all, are related to dinner in some way. So there really is Very little reason to stay here.
I understand we will be joining you in battle as soon as the hunters have recovered. I look forward to it.
Hopefully you're good with those bows, because bows kind of suck. Unless you're really good at them.
Is something the matter? Are you thinking about Branka?
Branka.
You loved her, didn't you? I've seen you some nights, staring off into the distance with such sadness in your eyes. You wonder if you did something that drove her away. You wonder if she would have stayed if you had done things differently. She must have loved you. Somewhere inside.
That sodding great dew-licker had a heart clad in iron. She had only one love, the anvil. And later, the anvil only sighed because I was gassy and finally let off a good one. Should be hitting you right about now. Silent killer, huh?
Of course. Ogren lost a lot of influence. I guess it wasn't too high to begin with. We do have a few gifts. At least one gift. No, not a fancy scroll. Legacy White Shear. Flavor from Valerian. A sipping whiskey if you value your innards. Okay. This should help a little bit.
That looks fine indeed.
Yeah, I'd like to raise Ogren's approval. 58 isn't terrible, but I'd like to get above the 75 approval line with as many as I can. Yeah, it's pretty much dinner in me still left. I don't do. So what do you need?
You witnessed the rarest of things, Warden. The Dalish stand ready to defend Ferelden.
Do you need anything?
We have assembled on a short schedule. Certain factors of equipment could be better. Crafting components would serve best. Basic ones like elf root and deep mushroom.
Gems for dwarves. I'll do one at a time.
Everything brings us closer to victory.
Now's better than later.
Yeah, I'm giving them all of my crafting equipment. We can go buy more of these from some places. I think the elves themselves sell a lot of elf fruit. I think I gave him a stack of 99 elf fruit. That's why it's showing it again. Because it can't give more than one item stack at a time.
We will make good use of what you have brought us, Warden.
Yeah, I'm sure I want to give Arl even Knights any more money. I have 30 gold already. How much money do we have anyway? 132, so we don't have a huge amount of cash. I'd rather keep the money than buff those knights. They're probably not going to make all that much of a difference anyway. How much elf fruit we still have? Oh, quite a lot. Why are they in 3 stacks when they could be in 2? The inventory system isn't very good. Ogre.
Just leave me alone, Warden. Seriously.
Are you upset about something?
Upset? Ugh. I don't get upset. I get drunk. Did you want to talk about something?
I'd like to know more about you.
What about?
What is it like to be a warrior in Orzammar?
You get a sword or an axe, and are told to go out and defend your city. It's the best thing in the world. That is until you try to live in the city you saved.
What do you mean?
I mean, they train you to kill, teach you to harness your rage at the first noise you hear, then try to set 100 sodding rules about it. Like those provings. Ancestors show their favor through the strongest arm, right? So why so many rules saying how to fight, and when you win, and not to bloody kill? Killing's what swords are for.
Why didn't they give you blunted weapons? Well, would it have made much of a difference? And it would have been sort of an insult to have some kind of toy sword. I see what you mean.
You toss a nug to a deep stalker, you don't expect it not to eat the thing, right? This makes me cranky. Don't you have any other inane questions?
Apparently not.
Alright. Alright then. Ass chaps.
Not sure what kind of group we have to want to take us with us to Denerim. I'd like to have Zevran in the group, but that creates sort of a problem. And who's the Sky Bull for? Shit. Okay, I want to try to talk to a few more people.
What say you? By all means.
What is your opinion of the Dalish?
I know little enough of the Dalish other than the fact that my mother was one, or so I was told. She had fallen in love with an elven woodcutter and accompanied him back to the city, leaving her clan behind for good. And there, of course, the woodcutter died of some filthy disease and my mother was forced into prostitution to pay off his debts. Oldest tale in the book.
So you're an assassin and a son of a whore. Okay. Maybe not go there directly. So was the woodcutter your father?
How should I know? My mother was a whore, as you'll recall. None of the other elven boys in the whorehouse knew their fathers. I was not so unusual. I didn't know my mother either, of course. She died giving birth to me. My first victim, as it were. We were all raised communally by the whores. It was a happy enough existence, ignoring the occasional beating. Until eventually I was sold to the crows. I brought a good price, so I hear.
What does this have to do with the Dalish?
My original point is that my mother's Dalish nature was always a point of fascination for me. Through all the years of my crow training, the one thing of my mother's that I possessed was a pair of gloves. They were of Dalish make, I knew that much, and beautiful. I had to keep them hidden, of course, as we were not allowed such things. Eventually, they were discovered, and I never saw them again.
But you don't think of yourself as Dalish.
Not at all. I think of myself as Antivan. Still, that did not stop me from running off to join a clan when I drew near Antiva City once. Naturally, the reality did not live up at all to the fantasies I had constructed as a boy, staring at those gloves. But such is life. Come, enough talk of the Dalish. Let us move on. What say you?
So we already gave him the gloves.
By all means.
Now we know why we gave him. Anyway, I'm mainly talking to people I'm thinking of including in the group. Liliana has to be one of them because her personal quest is also in the city.
Thank you so much.
It's about Anarin, I assume.
Yes. You led me to Anarin. You persisted, even though I was sure all you were going to find was a dead end.
It always feels good to get resolution.
I will never be able to repay you for what you've done for me. Finding Anarin allowed me to bring that chapter of my life to a close. I feel free. A great weight has been lifted off my heart. This moment, it feels like the moment before the sunrise, when all the world is still, holding its breath, waiting for first light. I can stop thinking about my past and look forward to the future. Thank you, my friend. You will always have my gratitude. What's on your mind? I will answer to the best of my ability.
Anything new? But Liliana...
I was just thinking about what happened to the elves, and I'm reminded of a song sung to me many years ago. It was when my mother died, and this wise elven woman comforted me and told me that we shouldn't fear death or hate it. Death is just another beginning. One day, we must all shed our earthly bodies to allow our spirits to fly free.
We believe that we return to the stone and become ancestors.
And thus you embark upon another journey. Death is just the gateway.
Okay. On the one hand, I do appreciate the fact that if, for once, if there's a bard in the team, it actually sings something. On the other hand, it doesn't sound at all like she's actually doing the singing, so lip syncing. Shameful, really.
I'm here for you.
Okay.
Of course.
Anything new?
Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be... Which one? It will come to you soon, I'm sure. I'm here for you.
Okay. Ooh. Am I really gonna take Zavran, Liliana, and yeah, I think that's a good enough team. Let's go. So, Denerim. We'll definitely have to do Liliana's personal quest. I don't think anything can happen, at least romance-wise, with Liliana until you've dealt with her past. So, Marlene, her former mentor. You were given directions to a house on the western side of Denerim's market district, and Liliana wishes to stop by it if you're ever in the city. Perhaps she will find some answers there. So nothing good will happen until we do that.